Good afternoon, Kieran.
Hi, mate.
Right, okay, so first win in 6 against Sale last week. A really tough out performance, if you like.
Yeah.
What did you think of the game?
I thought, although it was tight on the scoreline, I thought we were actually pretty comfortable for most of it. It's a bit edgy, more because of how past performances have gone, past results have gone. But I thought we managed the conditions better than they did. Frustrated to concede the try just before half time, but with that playing into that win first half, we were pretty happy at half time. We identified a couple of areas that we felt we could exploit again second half, and we managed to do that and get the win.
Which sort of leads perfectly onto the fact that one of the comments you made in your pre-match bits this week is that the game plan, the game management was spot on.
Yeah, it was. Was really happy with how Connor and Joe Snow stepped up. We've put a bit of pressure on our 9s and 10s the last few weeks to be a bit better and be a bit more demanding and controlling of our own players and of where we play on the pitch. We've simplified things a little bit just to kind of improve clarity on certain areas. And like I said earlier, I think we managed the conditions better than they did.
Great, which going into this week's game, I know you mentioned it's a bit windy up there and there's a bit of rain.
Yeah.
So how do you think it'll fare for us this weekend?
Probably pretty similar. Obviously it's a 3G pitch, so underfooting it'll be fine. But it does get quite windy up there. I've had a look at the forecast. It's a bit early days yet, but it's probably going to be a bit rainy as well. So we'll see what it's like on the day. We feel like we're improving in terms of our attack. Our defence was much better at the weekend than it had been the last previous weeks. Again, we simplified things a little bit and had a bit more clarity on a couple of points, and that seemed to work at the weekend. And Loughborough are a dangerous side. They score a lot of points every week, so defensively we'll have to be pretty sharp. But we're confident going into the weekend.
Excellent, yeah. And leading on from that, you said about earlier on when I was talking to you, talked about an ambitious style of play.
Yeah.
And they always pose a threat.
Yeah, they like to run the ball a lot. They've got some exciting players. Like I said, they score a lot of points every week. And from that point of view, it's going to be really difficult, to try and contain them. We'll have to kind of expect the unexpected, really, and probably defend a bit higher up the pitch than normally we would. But ultimately, it's the same as every game. We have to be adaptable to what's in front of us, and if they change things, then we have to change things. Yeah,
because there are some similarities, really, isn't there? When you look at the point scoring, they've only been missing out by a couple of points.
Yeah, a lot of games have been tight. They're scoring sort of 30, 35 points every week and losing by 1 or 2. Similar to where we were a few weeks ago in terms of losing tight games. And they've turned over some big teams in the last few weeks. And run. They run Blackheath close, and like I said, they're a dangerous side.
Yeah. You talk about you talk about what's happened to us previously, but you also say the guys are in a really good headspace at the moment, and you want them to carry on sort of going in the same direction, really.
Yeah, we don't get too high, we don't get too low. After a win or a loss, there were good aspects from the weekend. There's some things that we think we can still improve on. And it's about just assessing where we think we can pick up advantages based on the opposition each week, and we don't get carried away with ourselves with a win, and we don't get carried away being negative with a loss. And the guys have turned up on Tuesday and again responded really well, said the right things about parking it as a good win, park it, move on, learn from what made it a good win and what was the foundation of our performance, and try and build on that again.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, few changes for the weekend coming up. I know that we've lost Joe Snow and Russi Tuyama back to Exeter.
Yeah, they've got injuries up the road, which means those guys have been called back, which is frustrating for us. They both played really well last week. Russi probably had his best game of the season for us, but that's the nature of it, and the guys that come in, I'm sure, will do a good job as well.
Yeah, and Frank Kelly played for us last week.
Yeah.
Obviously, we went through the process the week before the signing, so there wasn't too much about him when he appeared on the pitch last Friday.
Yeah.
Can you tell us just a quick brief?
Yeah, he's been on trial this for the last few weeks. Obviously, he's John's brother. He did okay on the few weeks training he's had with us. Played well in the development game on the Monday night. Probably ended up being chucked at the deep end, really, due to injury. I thought he acquitted himself really well. you know, we had a good review on Tuesday, and he knows the areas that he needs to improve on. But you know, for a first outing at this level, I thought he did okay.
Yeah, I thought the same too, and I think lots of people that are around the pitch, I was hearing them saying, you know, he's there, and we obviously had some really good feedback about the development game. So crack on. So this week now off to Loughborough. We all wish you luck as we always do every week, and we hope you get the win this week, bring it back, and then next game at home to Isha. We look forward to seeing you just before Christmas.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thanks very much. Cheers,
Cheers.
Kieran.
Bye.
Thanks.